Hi, so I am in Target. I have to get some things for my apartment, and then I'm gonna go to the grocery store to buy some things. I spent like $45 at Target, and then I spent $75 at the grocery store. And I feel like this food, I'm gonna try to make it last. It'll probably last me the whole week. I last week I ordered so much Uber Eats because I was just like down in a rut. So like who knows how much I spent last week, but I feel like this week this is a more realistic like what I spend in a week. I typically don't eat that much Uber Eats. I'm trying to like go on like an Uber Eats detox because I keep ordering it. But yeah, trying my best to this week, trying my best to just like eat at home, cook food. Columbia has a nutritionist that I started seeing. I see her about every like 2 to 3 weeks. She's like giving me a lot of ways on how to like just like recipes I can start making at home and ways I can decrease the amount of times that I just like stop by the deli and like grab something unhealthy. And yeah, I feel like part of wanting to do this is one, to really see how much I'm spending in a week, and two, like hold myself accountable to stop like eating so much processed food and just like, especially I feel like on campus it's so easy to just like buy a bag of chips or just like buy coffee for like $5, but the goal is to stop doing that and just eat what I have at home. I really want to make banana bread, so I'm going to try to find ripe bananas at the grocery store. The bananas were all like the bananas were not ripe at all, and I feel like banana bread doesn't taste good when the bananas are like that. So I'm gonna try to find some ripe bananas, maybe at the deli. I don't know where else I can find some. And then I'm gonna cook tonight. And yeah, that's what I spent today. It was like the 75 at the grocery store, the 45 at Target, and then this morning I think I spent like $8 on food that I bought. I'm gonna estimate that I spend around, in a week, maybe like 300. I feel like in a week I spend around like 300 to 400. That's my estimate. That's my prediction for when Saturday comes around, how much I spent this week. I think it'll be less than $400, I think. Not including rent and not including like tuition, just like regular weekly expenses. I don't know if people include rent in these things. I'm gonna see. If people include rent, then I'll include my rent. But if people don't include rent, it doesn't really make sense to include rent. Then I'm not gonna include it, or like my tuition or any of that stuff. So yeah, this is Monday. We will see tomorrow. So on Tuesday, my friend and I shared an Uber and we went downtown to this restaurant called Mono Mono. It was super cute, super aesthetic, and the food was so good. So we spent a total of around $64 each, but then including tip, I think it ended up being around $75, and then we just split that between the two of us. So I just had food with my friend, and now I'm going to Chelsea. I'm going boxing with another friend. I'm really excited. I've never gone to the studio before. I actually haven't been boxing in like 5 years, so I'm really excited to try it out. It's so cold. So I took the subway to the studio. I went to Rumble Studio in Chelsea, and the subway is $2.90 per ride. And then I used my ClassPass credits to take this class. And I think at the time I was spending like $40 a month on ClassPass. And then I think a Rumble class is around like 8 credits, I think. So maybe I'm gonna say this class cost me like $10 to do. I know that's not completely accurate, but then my friend and I went to a bar nearby and then we got a drink. So I think the total was around $10 for both of us in total, and then we just split the two of that. So I think it was around just under $6 each. So I went to the boxing class with my friend, and then we went to this bar nearby and we just like caught up for like, I think like an hour, almost 2 hours, and it's like 10 o'clock now, so I'm headed back. But I feel like today there were some like things I didn't think that I was gonna have to pay for. Like at the boxing I had to pay for the gloves. And then the bar, like I don't really think I was gonna go to a bar. It just kinda happened. Yeah. But I feel like this is pretty typical for a week. Like spontaneously, like my friend and I will just like go to a bar or like go to a coffee shop. It's not really something that I like think that I'm gonna do. It kind of just like happens. So this day is Wednesday and I took the train to the dentist, and this is my view on the walk to the dentist. And I just love New York so much. I think New York, especially in the fall/winter, is just so pretty. Hello, so it is Wednesday. Today I went to the dentist. I took the train there, which was $2.90, and then the dentist was $9.80. I have insurance, so it covered a lot of the cost. And then I took the train back, and that was $2.90. I think for the rest of today, I don't want to spend money. I'm just gonna stay on campus and get my work done. I was thinking of going off campus to meet one of my friends, but I just feel like going off campus, whenever I go out, I always have to buy something. Even if I go to a cafe, I still have to spend literally $6 on a hot chocolate or a tea or something. So I'm just gonna stay on campus and eat the food that I have at home. I'm gonna make banana bread. I was able to get ripe bananas. So I'm gonna make some banana bread and I'm gonna eat breakfast. I'm gonna make some banana bread and I'm gonna make scrambled eggs, and that will be my breakfast with some Greek yogurt that I bought on Monday. So yeah, the rest of this week I just want to eat the food that I have. Okay, so this is my banana bread. I found that baking my own stuff has been, one, way healthier, and two, way more affordable than always just buying snacks at cafes and stuff. So I feel obviously it's not that much, but when you do it every single day, when you buy something that's $3 every single day, it just adds up, versus baking something at home and then you have it for the rest of the week. And it also tastes better, and one, it tastes better, and two, it's healthier. So yeah, that's what I like to do. So I got a free lunch at school from this event that we had, and then in the afternoon or later in the evening I headed downtown to go meet up with a friend from back home. We went to this really cute coffee shop in Times Square, and we both just grabbed a cup of tea. So I got some tea from, I forget the name of this place. What's the name? Zappello in Times Square. It was $4. I didn't tip. So it was $4.14. And yeah, this is my only expense today, other than the subway. And then after catching up with my friend, I headed to this nearby restaurant to do my online class. I had a class in the evening, so just went to this restaurant so that I could get some food and then also take the class. And then I headed back home, and yeah, I just love New York. I feel I'm always taking videos when I'm out walking. And yeah, I took the subway back home, and that was $2.90 again. So I'm finally back. It is Thursday night. Today I took the subway downtown to go meet up with one of my friends from Canada, and then I got tea with her, and then I went to this really cool Arabic cafe nearby, and I got a little snack there. And then I took the subway back up, and I'm gonna eat dinner at home. I was thinking about how at the start of this week, my estimate for how much I spend a week was $300 to $400, which is totally off. I definitely do not spend $300 to $400 a week. I don't know why I said that. I probably spend closer to maybe $200, $250 a week. It depends on my groceries and all that stuff, and it depends on how often I eat out. I feel I usually eat out once. I eat dinner. I usually get dinner with someone at least once a week, I think, and then the occasional get coffee or tea with someone a couple times a week, and then the subway and groceries and then workout classes. Those are my main expenses, and sometimes I take an Uber if I don't want to take the subway. I feel usually Uber is usually my most expensive thing that I do in a week. Uber or a dinner. Not even dinner. I feel dinner doesn't even, Uber sometimes will be $70-$80. Especially especially on the weekend. So as long as I don't Uber, my weekly expenses are pretty low. But then once I take an Uber, it can be it can go from $150 to $210 or $220. But yeah, this is Thursday. Hello. So I had a dentist appointment this morning. I took the train down to Midtown, And now I'm going to Tribeca. I want to go to a cafe um, and to get some work done. I have a call with someone, and then I need to get some homework done before midnight. So I ended up walking around lower Manhattan and kind of just exploring a bit. I really love coming downtown, especially because I'm usually on campus a lot of the time during the week and even on weekends. And then whenever I come downtown, it just reminds me, like, oh yeah, I live in New York. I feel like because I'm usually uptown, I sometimes I just forget that I live in the city, and coming downtown just reminds me. Hi, so I'm leaving Tribeca. I had a call with someone alumni from my program, and I took these jobs. Now I'm gonna try to find a cafe. I'm gonna try to find somewhere else to work at, and if that doesn't work out, I might just go to Memphis and try to. I might just go to Memphis and then I try homework. It's due at midnight tonight, so I need to get that done. I'm in Soho and it's so cute. I love like going to different neighborhoods because I'm trying to get a better idea of where I want to live when I graduate in the city. So I ended up walking around Soho for a bit, and then I went to this really cute Italian restaurant and I got some food there. Then I took the subway and now I'm just at my friend's place and I'm doing some homework, the assignment that I need to complete before midnight. I'm just getting that done. Then I'm gonna go home, and I think this might be the end of my week, or I might vlog tomorrow a bit. I'm not really doing a lot. I'm going to a Friendsgiving. Actually, I might go out in the city to do work, and then I'm going to a Friendsgiving. And then yeah, that is my week. If I don't vlog tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. This is actually this is more fun to vlog than doing like an ordinary week in the life. I think I want to do like more interesting New York related videos because I love to watch those. So yeah, thank you so much for watching if you're still watching.